All right, if you're not familiar with Tesla Superchargers, let me show you how quick and easy it is to hook up with a Tesla Supercharger. And actually, I'm gonna park right next to this guy. First off, all the Teslas have the backup camera, makes it super simple. Like, I'm even going at a weird angle, but I'm gonna, and you shouldn't, when you go into Superchargers, don't pull into the same number. Like, this is actually number 2, I believe, and the guy next to me is at number 3. Whoop, almost touched that. Didn't quite. Then you basically just take this cable, and usually the button will work. See the button right there? It's like a little, it's not really like a real button, but you kind of hit the dimple in there and it opens up the charge port. Stick it in, and that's it. We are going. And then you can monitor everything from inside your car. If you select this screen, it starts to ramp up. It starts slow, and you can see the kilowatt, which is the amount of energy going into the car. That number will go up to about 90 if the unit is at full health. And a lot of times they're not, and you want to report those to Tesla, but there you go. I'm at 90 because nobody else is on the number but me. So, actually 92. But I'm limited to 90, by the way, because I supercharge all the time, literally all the time, for almost all of my electricity. And after you hit a certain number of supercharges, it'll do like 115 or 120, I think, on a new car, because I've had those as loaners, and those are pretty fast. But it'll bring you back down to 90, which is still adequately fast, in my opinion. And they do that because of, messing the battery up basically over time. Same reason why if you buy a performance model, those launch modes are great in the beginning, and then they start to reduce the amount of electricity, I think, flowing through those wires to the motor over time, for the same reason, because it hurts the motor and the battery, which are warranted in the S and X anyway. So those performance models are great if you can afford the extra money for them, but they're not going to last forever. They're going to start to throttle you back like they do me here on the Superchargers. And we'll skip over here real quick to the end where we disconnect the Supercharger, and you can see how easy that part of it is too. Oh, and by the way, this tells me how long I have to remain to charge, but actually I don't need to charge anymore to get to my destination. So this is actually 1 hour, 10 minutes to the full battery. It only takes about a half hour to go from like 20 to 80% in the middle, but that last little bit takes forever. That's why it's telling me an hour and 10 minutes. I would never sit there and charge till the end. It's not good for the battery anyway. Stay between 80 and 20 all the time. Don't let it drop below 20%, and don't let it go and charge above 80%. And you can adjust these charge lengths here. You can adjust the limit there. See, I can bring it down if I want, or I just keep it all the way up and I just monitor it myself, so it doesn't cut off on me by accident. Okay, we've been here for close to 15 minutes now. Time has elapsed. We've already put 67 miles of range on, and you can see that we're down to 64 kilowatts. It is tapering off. It tapers off the amount of charge that goes into the battery, the charge rate. Otherwise it would explode. It would just put it all the way to the top and it would explode. So you always want to keep it between 20 and 80% because it's going to taper it off. So it's already tapering it off. Although the charge rate per miles per hour that it's adding is pretty high still. It's going to continue to taper that off as you get towards the end. So keep your battery between 20 and 80%, and it doesn't like to be above 80% anyway. Forget the fact that you're going to be charging it there, which is really, really slow, excruciatingly slow. It's even slow on this end too. When you get down near close to zero, it takes a while for Tesla to ramp it up. It's all smart. There's an intelligence system built in there. So that's why, all these reasons why you want to keep it between 20 and 80%. Hey, and while it's at this high rate of charge, you can hear the cooling system going crazy. I just want to let you hear this. If you haven't heard it before, you hear this? It's not my air conditioner running. This is the cooling system for the Supercharger at 440 volts. That's what it is, cooling system for the Supercharger. It's really powerful, as I think you know. And now it's time to go. It's starting to rain. Actually, see how fast we can disconnect so you can see how it goes. You can either just unplug it from outside, or you can actually stop charging from right here, which I sometimes do. Stop charging, and then unlock. Unlock. Hopefully it's already unlocked. I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, we're good to go. When it's light blue, you can pull it out. You gotta wait till it turns light blue. And then put that back and it closes the port itself. And then you're ready to go. And look, we've got tons of mileage now. We got 189 miles on here. Really fast. It's really fast. So, oh, and by the way, you would see, if you had to pay, if you're on the paid model, you would see that your little meter here, when you're charging, your meter would appear right down there. But I don't pay for it. It's free for me. And I can give you free lifetime supercharging as well. Mike5108 is the referral code, Mike5108. And if there's anything else I've missed here, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't supercharged, let me know if you think it's easy. Because I think it's easy. It just takes a little bit longer than filling up with some kind of liquid petroleum derived fuel.